school, as a member of the Olympic League, will demonstrate excellence in school pride and spirit. This will be accomplished through positive leadership, integrity, and respect. By showing commitment, passion for the game, and fair play, we strive to be role models in our school and communities. Home or away, win or lose, play hard, play fair, have fun, but remember that it is a game. At this time, we would ask that you rise as the Kingston Buccaneer Band plays our national anthem.
Welcome to West Sound TV presents high school basketball. Game number 2 in our doubleheader for those of you watching it on BKAT and live on the KitsapSun.com Prep Zone. We're West Sound TV. Spencer Anderson is working with us on the camera and streaming it for the Kitsap Sun. Kitty Campagna is my partner on the other microphone, and I am the doctor, Doc Parr, and we're up in Kingston as the Lady Buccaneers host the North Kitsap Lady Vikings. And yes, it has been 2 games in a row for the Lady Vikings, but this is going to be a very big and important game for both of these teams right now, currently 1-3.
Exactly, Doc, and as you said, this is the North Kitsap doubleheader that you're getting today, but we wanted this cross-county rivalry. These girls played together until they were separated into different high schools eventually, so it should be an interesting evening.
And North Kitsap starts out with the tip. They're in the purple and white. The Buccaneers in their white, red, and gold. And out there for North Kitsap, Kristen Brown, 13. Rebecca Baugh, 14. 15, Hannah Snyder starting this one. 24, Indica Bray, and 31, Indigo Williams. And the Vikings still maintain possession, but shot clock down to 8 seconds, Kitty, here in this first opening round.
Well, and a typical starter for our Vikings, number 32, senior Lexi Simmons, is not even on the bench tonight. She's been playing hurt and just unable to go tonight.
And Kingston comes away with that board and pushes it quickly up the other direction. For Kingston, we have Napua Fontes, Amanda Carper, Caitlin Carper, Lindsay Wickline, and Maggie Snaza.
A very workable combination. Number 25, Lindsay Wickline, with the first 3.
First points on the board for the Kingston Buccaneers.
Talked to Coach French from North Kitsap, and he said it's quite a different game from that Bremerton one where they just packed it in the middle.
Oh, nice down court pass, and number 3 for the Buccaneers, Napua Fontes, puts it down. And a quick start here for Kingston.
And here's what Coach French told me. They're much quicker, which we've just seen, and they really shoot it well from the outside, so they're going to have to just extend their defense this evening.
Well, and that Bremerton High Lady Knights team actually currently tied with Kingston for that number 1 position in the Olympic League, and they really showed their power in that first game against North Kitsap.
Well, and the only loss that Kingston has is to that Bremerton team.
Well, turnover will give the ball back to Kingston with that quick 5-0 lead just underway in number 1. Happy to have you with us. Game number 2 on BCAT and live on the KitsapSun.com. Amanda Carper down there in the corner. They'll work it around. And elevating for the jumper is off. Oh, the rebound, great rebounding position, but Lindsay could not complete it.
Nice move by Brown. 4-2.
Kristen Brown, the sophomore, and she had a great drive on the first effort for North Kitsap. Just couldn't complete that one, but she does put the first 2 on the board for the Vikings.
Kristen had some foul trouble in that game that we saw on Tuesday, and so eventually did foul out. But you can see what she brings to this team.
Oh, Fontes with a nice drive around, taking it off the backboard to put it in for another 2 for the Buccaneers.
Any coach has got to love that because she used the left hand so pretty.
Travel, a turnover, and that was really probably the biggest problem that North Kitsap had, and a quick timeout for head coach Tim French was the turnovers there in that game against Bremerton.
Well, that was true. One of the things that kept causing the turnovers, and I talked to Coach French about this, was that they did try to force it inside to Lexi Simmons. And there's a reason why they tried to force it inside to Lexi, because she scored a good 12, 14 points that night, even hurt and with 6-foot people on her because she knows how to shoot. She knows how to use the backboard. And the coach had this big speech he was going to do where Lexi's shooting 64% and the rest aren't quite up there, and they need to be willing to either learn what she's doing, or that's why they kept trying so hard to get it inside.
Kingston bringing it down. Fontes over to Carper. Wickline out here on the wing. Head coach Penny Ginger for the Kingston Buccaneers.
So the last time we saw these girls was against the Olympic in their first league game of the season. Well, Fontes puts that one up at rebound to Wickline.
Nice positioning once again for Wickline on the offensive board, and this time she completes it. Ball is knocked out.
Hey, it almost came to visit us. That was knocked out by Amanda Carper. We've talked more than once how much we like Amanda's defense.
And I assume Sister Caitlin, freshman out there. actually starting for the Buccaneers.
Well, what Coach Ginger likes about this team is that they're kind of interchangeable, and no one's a big star, but it's whoever's open takes the shot and usually makes it.
And the tie-up results in a turnover because possession arrow is in favor of Kingston. 9-2, a quick lead for the Buccaneers.
4:40 remaining in the first quarter. Into Snazza. That's a tough to stop.
All right, that is a tough one to stop. Maggie listed at 6'1".
Indigo listed at 5'10". You see them next to each other. They look more than that many, 3 inches different.
North Kitsap will maintain the possession. Bringing it in will be Hannah Snyder. Uh-oh. That one, Fontes was ready for that. Her breakaway layup, though, won't go in. Good board pulled down by Indigo Williams for the Vikings. Oh, Snyder will go for the long one. Actually, that's Rebecca Baugh, excuse me.
Baugh was the one who got down quick enough to catch Fontes last time.
And the whistle blows. They're going to call a foul on that one, and it's going to be a shooting foul. So going up to the line will be Amanda Carper. As a sophomore, we called her name a lot last year for these Kingston Buccaneers, especially in the playoffs.
You mean to tell me she's just a junior? You're right. We have called her name a lot already in life.
And actually, Fontes got playing time in the playoffs last year, and she's only a sophomore. Man, that one's off the iron. And who's going to get it? Oh, they're going to say White's ball. The Buccaneers will inbound it.
Checking in for the Bucks, number 23, Samantha Salas.
And our first substitution for Coach Penny Ginger and the Buccaneers, Samantha Salas coming into the game.
Samantha, too, had some playing time last year as a freshman.
Good hustle that time by Brown, keeping it alive for the Vikings. And that is Brown. Over to Rebecca Baugh. Oh, nice move. Oh, just a little bit hard on that shot. She had an excellent move on the baseline going into the iron. Kingston coming the other direction. Salsa tries, but gets it to Maggie Snazza.
Strong hands of Carper bring that away from the Vikings.
Long outside shot by Salas, excuse me. Not Salsa.
It sounds like a good last name, though. I'd like that. Yeah. And our 3 referees out there tonight down at the baseline with Miss Brown is Rich Urey, and then we have Tom LaFerriere and Steve Lambert underneath the other basket.
Rebecca Baugh brings it across for the Vikings. Nice move inside. And that will be a trip to the free throw line for Indigo Williams.
The foul's on number 13, sophomore Anna Gaines, who has just come into the game. Maggie getting a little break.
Indigo Williams to the line, shooting 2.
First shot is off for Indigo.
Can you imagine when they looked at their schedule and said, oh good, we have Bremerton on Tuesday and Kingston on Friday. There's heck week.
And second shot dies on the iron, but let's see who's going to get it. It's going to be the Vikings. It went off of Lindsay Wickline. And Rebecca Baugh trigger it in. Into Brown. That's Snyder. That's Baugh.
Good patience. Looking for an open shot. There's one.
They found Williams. She went a little too far under the hoop. She basically had a turnaround layup and decided to take that dribble. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's about all you could do on that open shot. Anna Gaines would have easily scored the 2 on the layup.
And that was one where the dribble was a good idea, actually. She was a little bit farther out, and it had a wide open lane.
So Gaines will go up to the line for the Buccaneers. First shot is off, and we're slightly under 3 minutes left to go here in quarter number 1. And Gaines will have another shot at it. Second one's through for Anna. It's a 12-2 lead for the Buccaneers.
Now Rebecca has to be careful. She already has 2 fouls. Good help defense on that.
Yep. Up at the foul line is Williams, and her pass out of bounds.
Rebecca's fast, but not quite that fast.
Ball turnover to the Buccaneers.
And we talk about the Buccaneers offense because it's so balanced, but watch that defense and the good defense that they're putting on this Kingston team.
Salas with it over here on this near side. Into the corner to Fontez. She works it inside. Oh, good play that time. Good job by Anna Gaines to find Wickline breaking into the paint and get it to her 14-2 lead.
Nice awareness by Wickline to go that center in the paint.
Oh, there we go. That was a good move by Williams.
It
Even
was.
though she did not make the basket, that's a good move. And they're going to need her help down low without Lexi there.
Well, and Emily Nold has just come into the game at 5'9". She's the other extent of their tall.
Well, we've got a timeout here. North Kitsap just slightly over the 2-minute mark left in number 1, and it's 14-2 lead for the Lady Buccaneers.
Well, this Kingston team has consistently, since the day this school was established, been a power in the league, and they continue with that. And as Coach French said, somebody's teaching them well in the lower grades because they just continue to bring up talent.
Well, and last year was the first year that the Kingston ladies did not make it to the state tournament. They were at districts, but
what was it, like 2 points away? It was
sure
a darn
was.
close game, if I remember correctly.
And it was their Olympic League rival, the Olympic Trojans, that did them in.
Exactly. And they've already beaten Olympic twice this year, which they had done last year until it came to that actual game. So you just never know how things can turn.
Well, that was our first game, actually, of the season.
That is
year
correct.
Was the
Our
Kingston
last game
Olympic
the year before.
Down at Olympic High School. Of course, that means tonight the Kingston boys, who are leading the Olympic League, are down at North Kitsap.
Well, and they were surprised by Olympic boys and beaten. So, as I said, especially with that Olympic boys team, if Gallagher gets hot, and I'm trying to think of their other guard's name who had 32 points.
Encomienda.
He's one of them, but that wasn't the one.
Okay.
It was Quentin.
I can't think of it right offhand either, but yeah, he played good in that last game we saw with
He did. He's got a
Bremerton.
drive that just is beautiful.
Kingston bringing in, ball knocked loose, but Salas grabs it. Fontez into the middle, back to Napua. And Carper runs the baseline, shots off, and nice rebound by Williams. Sends it forward to Rebecca Baugh, and coming up from behind, Amanda Carper knocks it out of her hands, but out of bounds. So the North Kitsap Vikings will maintain the possession. 1.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 1.
Well, and to stop Baugh, that's kind of what you have to do. You have to come up from behind and knock that thing out.
Shot is off, and Fontez sends it over to Wickline.
3 seconds?
Ooh.
I wasn't sure they actually called that anymore in basketball. I swear they don't in college half the time.
I think that's one of our first 3-second calls this season. Rebecca Baugh goes down to Brown. Oh, nice effort by Brown on the baseline.
You get downtown Brown?
Oh, that's a good one. Of course, the all-time famous Sonic, Freddie, downtown Brown.
That is correct.
Williams has it, and again, they push it up quickly. Baugh does a nice job of running the lane. Shots off, but a good rebound for the Vikings that time to keep it alive. That was Emily Nold in the game. And ball's loose, and they're blow the whistle, so they're going to say tied up. And this time possession arrow to North Kitsap. Under a minute left to go here in number 1.
Indigo looking inside. Going to take it there herself. Looking for a
Yep.
foul.
And again, she's too close to the iron. Nothing you can do right underneath it unless you got those Mr. Gadget arms to extend for the reverse, or Paul Westphal or somebody.
So, Doc, who says you shouldn't keep all of your old papers? That's Quentin Phillips. For
Oh, okay. Yeah, he played a good game in that Bremer-Gnoli game. Baugh with it, 10 seconds on the clock. Oh, and down on the floor goes Kristen Brown, but the whistle blows, so maybe she had a little help besides a slippery floor. That one's going to go to Solace. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. And now in the game for the Vikings is Leah Baugh, number 11.
Rebound and Old. Gets it out to Brown.
Baugh with it. She'll take the long 3 off the front of the iron, and a fast break, but not fast enough, because that's the end of quarter number 1. But Kingston jumps out on the North Kitsap Vikings 14-4 in that first quarter, Kitty.
Well, it started out that way, that you could tell that Kingston was going to be outscoring for a while. What is good there towards the end of it, that it wasn't quite as much scoring by Kingston. The defense had gotten a little bit better. They're still not really, they've gotten a lot of shots, North Kitsap has. They've had some offensive rebounds, and it's a lot of that positioning, knowing where to shoot from, how to use the backboard.
Well, and again, as you said, for Coach French from North Kitsap, losing Lexi Simmons is not a good thing.
Oh, he said it's not just her ability, it's the leadership she has on a bench, and bringing to those girls her knowledge and passion.
Well, we're West Sound TV. Happy to have you with us here on BKAT, game number 2 in our doubleheader, and this game being shown live on the internet on kitsapsun.com/prepzone or GOTW Game of the Week.
Well, and Doc, you and I both made this huge attempt to find out the name of the Buccaneer for this evening. You and
we had 2 different things, but I saw you talking to AD Dan Novick.
I did, and the funny thing is, neither of the ones that we had was right.
Is it Captain Jack Sparrow?
I think so. It is Bigsby. Bigsby the Buccaneer.
Yes. Okay, now that makes a little sense there. BB. Bigsby.
There you are. Yep.
All right. Kingston with it. Just underway in number 2 here. Lindsay Wickline. Nice effort to knock it loose that time by Cardoza, but Kingston gets it back into Maggie Snaza, and ball's going to go off the foot of one of the North Kitsap Vikings, but the shot clock down to 8 seconds now.
It looked like he was trying to get the shot clock reset because it hit the foot, but I guess not.
Oh!
A travel.
Yeah,
they're
good
going to
call
get out of
there
that.
on that one. Yeah, Wickline turned right into the defender on that one.
Darian Cardoza, the sophomore, now in number 12 for North Kitsap.
Man, Nold at the free throw line, drives the paint. Good move by Emily, and North keeps it alive.
Those are the shots we said they've had. They've worked very hard.
Rebecca Baugh's shot goes off, and the rebound was pulled down by Snaza, but a nice job by Leah Baugh knocking it loose. But Kingston ends up with it, and Fontes with the fast break scores another 2 for the Buccaneers, 16-4 now.
Fontes has 6 already for the Buccaneers. And that steal was by Carper and then got it ahead.
Rebecca Baugh will take the outside shot. That's off, and once again, we don't have rebounds, but Maggie Snaz has been doing a lot, getting a lot of them.
Well, and I was talking to my 6'1" friend who played basketball back when women weren't 6'1", and we discussed that tall isn't always the answer. Those people who know how to position themselves can out-rebound the tall.
Well, that's absolutely true. Anybody that's watched the pro game knows that, with people like Dennis Rodman wasn't that tall. The great Sonic, Paul Silas. There's a 3 for the Vikings from Rebecca Baugh.
How about the round mound of rebound?
Mr. Charles Barkley, Sir Charles.
Might have been 6'6", I think.
Yeah.
He was not as tall.
Oh,
that was
good
pretty.
pass. That was very nice. Yeah, I believe that was Carper with the assist on that.
Well, and what I was trying to say is about Maggie is that, yes, she is tall, but she also has learned how to position herself.
And yeah, positioning is everything in rebounding. That shot's off, fight for it underneath, and North Kitsap comes away with it. I was down on the end of the court shooting for the 78 championship series for the Sonics against the Washington Bullets, which basically was Paul Silas going against Wes Unseld.
Okay.
2 of the whitest men you've ever seen. And neither one of them jumped more than 6 inches off the floor, but they got a lot of rebounds.
They got the rebounds, and boy, talk about the outlet passes that come from them as well.
And the blocking out.
Yes. It's the one time where I appreciate a little weight.
There's a 3 for Amanda Carper. 21-7 now lead for the Buccaneers at the 5-minute mark in number 2.
5 Buccaneers in the scoring column already.
Baugh keeps the dribble. Yeah, that's tough to get out of that corner when you got a defender right on you like that. And that was a good job of D by Caitlin Carper.
Yeah, you earn playing time if you can do defense like that.
Ball's off the iron, and North Kitsap will bring it down. And Williams will come back into the game, and she'll replace Cardoza.
And I believe Indica Bray as well, the 2 co-captains. Score 21-7 with 4.5 minutes left in this second quarter. Kingston continues to dominate right now.
And freshman Sheridan Sanchez is out there.
Oh, that was a pretty play.
Nice move by Williams.
Got it inside, and that's what getting it inside can do for you. And then if you run that center lane.
And again, just a great pass by, I think that was Wickline to Snasa.
If you're 6'1" and you have that shot as well, that's going to help you.
Blocking foul is going to be called against the Buccaneers.
That one's going to be on Maggie as well.
That's the 6th team foul for the Buccaneers. And Anna Gaines is going to come into the game to give Wickline a rest. 23-9. Carper almost got that one on the inbound pass.
There's some great communication going on down there with eyes and vocally. You watch where the number 44, Maggie, has her back to the ball, so she's got to have help from the people around her.
And it's the freshman is having to inbound it, and that's not an easy task right under the basket.
Bray
Oh, good
for 2.
shot. Yep. Salas. And the takeaway goes to the Vikings. Brown tried for the alley-oop, I guess, to Rebecca. Oh! And again, probably a good choice of a foul on that one. Otherwise, it was a for sure 2 for Anna Gaines.
Exactly.
Viking foul number 31, Indigo Williams, her first.
That's only 1 on Indigo, which is no problem.
Anna Gaines to the line, 2-2.
Anna shooting 2. She's 1 of 2 from the line tonight.
That one's short.
Into the Vikings, number 25, Ashley Mueller, and returning for the Bucks, number 3.
Ashley Mueller into the game for North Kitsap, number 25, a senior.
And that one just a little short, but Snaza with the rebound, keeping it alive for the Buccaneers.
Okay, so tall paid off on that one. Nice try, good defense by Indigo.
Yep.
But as I talked with Coach Ginger, these girls are willing to do that extra pass. You watch them pass it around the outside, keep looking inside.
Fontez goes over to Salas. Shot is off, but Snaza with another rebound.
Oh, that's pretty.
Beautiful pass.
And that was a pass from Fontez.
Yep, big assist in the Pua. That was a beauty. And they have been hitting that open person down in the paint. Here we go, another takeaway. And the breakaway layup from Amanda Carper.
Used her shoulder so that that was between she and the person gardener. Did a nice, not really a hook shot, but enough angles.
Yeah, they're going to call Buccaneers foul, and that will be 17 fouls.
And the second foul on Maggie Snaza.
I think they're going to take it to Salas.
Oh, okay.
But Indigo Williams up to the free throw line.
For 1 and 1.
Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, he said it hit. It did.
It
because
hit
it is definitely
cable
moving.
there. Yep.
But had she called it ahead of time, would it have been okay?
Should be like volleyball,
Yeah.
shouldn't it? Off the rafters.
Yeah.
Good turnaround on the inside, but to no avail. And that's going to be good for North Kitsap. They'll get a trip up to the free throw line. And when you're down 27-11, you need every opportunity to put points on the board without the clock moving.
Oh, definitely.
That's 3 on Salas now.
Yeah, she picked up 2 really quick right there. And the freshman Sheridan Sanchez going to the line for a 1 and 1.
Man, that's offhand. The rebound to Snaza. Whip line.
Oh,
down
once
low.
again.
Oh, they're going to call a foul on that one. That one was pretty close to being clean.
But the pass going down along the baseline with the bounce pass over to Snaza. Very pretty from Fontez.
Her first 16th foul. Maggie Snaza at the line, shooting 2.
Man, first one is off for Maggie. 2:23 left to go in this first half. 27-11 lead for the Buccaneers.
Not a lot of success at the free throw line for either team tonight.
And second one goes down.
See, the reverse jinx, it worked. Not that I'm picking one side over another there.
Down to Ba. Good pass. Back to Ba. And count it.
Indica Bray for 2.
Oh, Bray, excuse me.
I was kind of
I saw
wondering
the
how
4.
she passed back to herself, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Playing the baseline and on the baseline.
And the one out here called it, and the one under kind of looked at him and said, oh, really? So sometimes you have a better view.
Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Hannah Snyder out front to Ashley Mueller. And there's Bray. And rebound goes to Fontez. She looks down court, pushes it quickly. Oh, good job by Mueller there to break things up.
Number 10, Amanda Harper.
And you can hear the North Kitsap bench yelling that Hannah was wide open, and I hadn't looked at it close enough to see if that was true.
And Snaza's going to get a little extra rest before halftime. Fontez will drive the paint. Count it for 2 and a trip to the free throw line for Hannah Gaines. And boy, so far Kingston has done a nice job passing.
Yes, and I look on Max Preps for stats. There aren't any for Kingston, but I have a feeling that Fontez may be one of the leaders for assists because she just has an eye, and she's listed at 5'1". So
Free
she must
throw.
be looking between legs.
Free throw is off, and North Kitsap brings it down. They've got 1:19 left to go in the first half. Oh, and Snyder's pass goes awry. So Kingston will bring it in. Fontes over to Carper. Back out front to Carper. Carper to Carper.
Well, that's how you pass it to yourself.
That's
I
right.
like it.
And Caitlin will try the long outsider. Shots off, but a good rebound by Anna Gaines. Keeping it alive for the Buccaneers. Amanda looks at driving, but kicks it out to Fontes. She'll get it to Gaines, who will drive. Shots off, and a nice board by Bray for the Vikings.
Mueller bringing it up.
We've got an indica and an indigo for the North Kitsap Vikings.
Fontes at 5-1 bringing down that rebound.
Shot clock is off. Buccaneers with the possession. And they're going to say a blocking foul on Mueller, and that will send Amanda Carper up to the free throw line for the 1-and-1.
Viking foul number 25, Ashley Mueller, her first, 18th foul. Amanda Carper at the line, shooting 1-1.
Tom LaFerriere pointing out it's 1-and-1.
And the first one is good, so she'll get that chance at number 2. Second one down for Amanda. 32-13 with about 17 seconds left in the half. So the Vikings can hold. Well, they could have held until it was stolen by Caitlin Carper, who drives the court with a layup. And again, good defense played by the Kingston Buccaneers tonight.
And well, they called an offensive foul on that one, saying that Fontes had the position. It might not have just been position. There might have been an elbow or a shoulder driven.
And that's it. At the end of the first half of action here in Kingston, the Lady Buccaneers at 8-1, tied for the lead in the Olympic League lead. The North Kitsap Vikings 34-13.
Well, Doc, we were told that this Kingston team is fast and that they shoot well. I have 6 different Buccaneers scoring, and the highest one is Lindsay Wickline with 9. These girls, it is a balanced squad, and it shows out on that on the court.
And good passing by
yeah.
the Buccaneers to get it to the person, especially breaking into the paint. And an excellent job on rebounding by Maggie Snaza.
And you can see that North Kitsap is just trying to find their identity without Lexi Simmons.
Well, we're West Sound TV. Happy to have you with us on BKAT Community Access Channel or live on the internet on the KitsapSun.com. Spencer Anderson's doing camera for us as well as streaming the program. Kitty Campagna on that other microphone, and I'm the doctor, Doc Parr. We will have that second half of action for you coming up shortly.